Oh my goodness, sorry for the delay. Was I almost 20 seconds? For my friends here in the chat, was I almost 20 seconds long? Hi, how are you doing this evening? Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get myself set up here in the background as I always do, just really quickly. I am very short-sighted, so let me just, I'm using my laptop here off to the side. I use my cell phone to stream, so I need to look at the messages on the laptop. So I need to expand them so I can actually read them. So let me get that done right now. I always like to do that just to make sure everything's working okay. Ladies, so we have Dragonfly, and we also have Linda. So ladies, you in the chat. Hey, so can you, I'm guessing you can, oh, Dragonfly, you need a reading. I need a reading too. Sure, of course we can do readings for you too tonight, but I'm guessing you ladies can hear me, right? I'm guessing that you can since you're chatting here already. Can you hear me and see me okay? If you could please just give me a definitive yes, I would really appreciate it. I had to get a new cell phone on Tuesday, so this is my first time streaming since Tuesday. Well, since Monday, and that was with my old phone that ended up smashed. It's a long story. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. I'm so happy that you can hear me. Okay. I just needed to change one setting here on my phone. I need to increase the brightness of my screen, which I did a minute ago. I'm still figuring out how this phone works, so I like it very much. It's similar to my last one, but I'm just still, it's always like a transition period of when you get a new phone trying to figure things out. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Awesome, thank you so much. Now I can see myself a little bit more clearly. My lovely decorations here in the background, which look deceptively like antlers, but they really are just decorations. Okay, let me just get myself sorted out here, and barring any untoward activity from Bree, the screen shouldn't move too much. Bree is my dog, in case you're wondering what I mean. Anyways, hi. Oh my goodness, I'm actually noticing that the colors on the screen that I'm looking at anyway, I'm looking at myself here, are much more vibrant than the last time that we were on. We're using my old cell phone. I don't know if you can notice that or not. It looks like it is with me, but yeah, this is my first time going out with this phone, doing a live, so it's brand new for me. So thank you again so much for being here. So yes, as promised, here we are. I'm sorry, I keep looking over to my right side of my screen because that's where the camera was on my old phone, but now it's right in the middle. So I'm just figuring out where I'm looking. So here we are. It is Friday, January 5th. And thank you so much, Linda. Oh, you're beautiful too. So this is crazy. I'm like, how is it January already? I just find that so crazy that it's already beginning of this year, depending which calendar we're using and which system that we're using, but January for sure. So we will be doing our normal schedule this week, and then as of next week we will be back into our normal schedule of Monday evenings, and then Thursday evenings. Monday evenings are going to be, as of next week, again back to our normal schedule of weekly tea leaf readings. So look at the week ahead, and whatever the universe would like us to know, the divine source. And then on Thursday evenings, like tonight, even though it's Friday, back to our Thursday evening schedules next week, where we're going to be doing live audience readings, live viewer readings. So ladies, it looks like it's just us girls in the chat. Looks like it's just us hanging out here. So let's go ahead and get your cups ready. I'm happy to read for both of you should you wish. I have all 3 tea leaf, tea leaves prepped here in the 3 different cups, so we're all set to go. So I'm most happy to read for all of you, for both of you, all of you, us all tonight. Awesome. Yay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your readings started. You too. Yay, Linda, for sure. So you and Dragonfly are both having readings tonight. That's awesome. Let me quickly make my little notes here in the background, just so that after I read the leaves, I know which cup belongs to whom. And would you ladies like me to send you pictures of your tea leaves after? If you could please let me know, that would be great. You don't have to let me know now in the chat, although you can if you'd like to. You can just send me a message later on and I can send you the pictures afterwards, and that's totally fine. I just always like to do that so that way you can see what I was looking at as well. So let me just get that here in the background, just so I know which cup this belongs to whom. Okay, so we're all set here. Perfect. Okay. So yes, last night I wanted to go live last night. That was my full intention. Then I woke up with a headache migraine yesterday morning, and it was not going away for nothing. Okay, perfect, Dragonfly. Thank you. For sure I will. For sure. Yeah, the migraine headache that I had, it was not going away at all. And then I'm like, I can't. I'm not feeling well enough to do readings. In the dream scenario, I won't do them because I'm not feeling well enough to offer my best. That's the short version. I've done readings before with a headache in the past, and it's fine. It's just I prefer not to because I'm not feeling my greatest. Perfect, Linda. Thank you for sharing. So in case if you are watching this on a replay and you're wondering what's going on, this is our schedule. Again, slightly changed because I wasn't feeling 100% yesterday or last night. But what we like to do here is on Thursday evenings, even though this is a Friday, we like to do this on Thursday evenings, where we hop on at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, all times always in Eastern, so 8 p.m. Eastern. And I offer free 5-minute, free 5-minute tea leaf readings. Usually whenever I offer private tea leaf readings, the minimum length of time is 15 minutes, 1-5. This is a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading. So in case if you are watching this later on retroactively and you are interested in having a tea leaf reading again here next week, for sure, most welcome. Come on back over here for next Thursday. I've already preloaded those readings or scheduled those videos for those live streams for next week. So if you go to the live tab on my channel here, you'll see them. So I've loaded them in for next week. So that is Monday, January 28th, as well as Thursday. Sorry, my eyes are skipping here. Monday, January 8th, and then Thursday, January 11th. So those lives are pre-scheduled. They're all set to go, barring any changes from scheduling on my end, but we're all set. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and start. And I will genuinely briefly talk in general about tea leaf reading as we get the leaves ready. Okay, ladies, it's up to you. It's just us girls hanging out tonight. Who would like to go first? And I will give a very quick shout out here to my mod here in the house tonight. That's Dragonfly. I've said this before, as far as I'm concerned, everyone who has good intentions, whoever comes in the chat and all of the lives here, you're all my moderators as far as I'm concerned, because you always keep the chat good and clean and happy. But tonight we do have Dragonfly. She's in the house and she's moderating, so she'll be keeping an eye on everything, making sure the chat goes along, beautifully. And truly, I mean, and I always say this, it's never lip service. I genuinely mean it. My moderators are amazing because you allow me to do the readings and not be inadvertently distracted. And you allow me to do the readings and offer my best. So just wanted to thank you. So Dragonfly, thank you. And Linda, thank you. Linda first? Okay. Linda, you're going first. You didn't ask for it, but you are. Yes, coffee drinking tea leaf reader is drinking tea. Rooibos. Okay. Let's get your leaves ready right now. Linda. Let's get your reading going. I'm just going to put this over here. Just leave that there. Oh, no problem, Linda. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Now, this is always a sort of still a busy time of year. We're just starting to get back into our schedules and our routines after having such a busy holiday season. So thank you again for taking the time out and being here tonight. That's amazing. Yes, quick reminder for I know you ladies, this is old hat, but for anyone who's new who's watching, disclaimer is in the description box below, but just as a very quick reminder, all readings that I do offer are for entertainment purposes only. So again, please take what you will and leave what you don't. Always seek professional help as needed. Right now, I'm just straining some of the liquid tea out of your cup, Linda. So in case anyone is wondering what tea leaf reading really is, and again, I know these ladies, it doesn't apply to you. This is also old hat for you. But tea leaf reading is a divination tool, which means it's a divine tool, a way to ask for and receive divine guidance. The way that I myself describe tea leaf reading, and 10 people may tell you 10 different definitions. The way I myself describe it is, it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and situations which are likely to occur. A lot of words, but that's the best way that I can describe it. Been doing this now. This year is going to be my 14th anniversary doing tea leaf reading. It's crazy. Crazy. Just getting your cup ready here, Linda. Forgot the phone. My mom's in the background. She says hi.
Hello, hi, ladies.
She's saying hi, everyone. Hi. She's just muting our landline here, so it won't. If anyone calls, it won't be ringing in the background. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. Okay, Linda, your cup's just about ready. Put a little bit more water in than I intended to. It's fine. I'm just straining it out right now. That's all. It's pretty good, actually. Pardon any sounds here in the background. I'm just pushing the leaves back into the base. And again, as a quick reminder, I myself read chronologically. That's the way I've always done it. That's the way I've always read tea leaves. So in case you're wondering, it's now, on the way, and later. The rim is like what's happening right now. The sides are the approaching time, and the base is more of the distant future. Oh, awesome, Linda. Starlet, hey, you made it. Great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. That's amazing. We have one spot left tonight, so if you'd like to have a tea leaf reading tonight, Charlotte, just say. You're most welcome to. No pressure. You don't have to, but if you'd like to. And yes, in case you're just joining right now, quick side note here, really quick side note. I got a new cell phone on Tuesday, so I'm getting, the old one was smashed, so I'm still getting myself used to it. So if I'm not looking in the right spot, it's because I'm used to the camera being in a different place. Anyway, I'm just getting used to everything. Perfect. Awesome. Cool, Charlotte. So you're up after Dragonfly. So right now we're getting Linda's reading ready. Okay, here we go. So as per usual, thanks again for being here, Charlotte. Okay, so ladies, as per usual, I am turning my laptop around. I'm not seeing anything. I cannot see the chat. Okay, it's ready. Okay, good. So we're going to get your cup, finish getting your cup ready right now, Linda. In case you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm just turning the mug 3 times, 3 or 4 times, depending whatever I feel like. Feel guided to. For tradition. I always do what I call air turns. I got into the habit very quickly after I first began doing TV feeding of turning the cup off of the saucer or the mug away from the plate. That way I won't be inadvertently chipping or damaging the rim of the cup. When I first began doing tea leaf reading, sometimes, like, and even now, sometimes I'll use like the fancy cups, like the fancy teacups and saucers. And it kind of scares me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to damage these beautiful cups. Okay. So here we go. So ladies, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this afterwards, thank you so much for taking the time. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. This reading is for Linda. So Linda, this is yours. So let's go. Okay, let's keep it broad. Time 13:14. So we just counting down the seconds here, just on my end. Perfect. Okay. So Linda, here we go. Okay, so I would say, whether this is in relation to your question or otherwise, that there's one main area, one main event or situation taking place right now where things are, for the most part, fairly calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. This could obviously be in relation to your the situation or the question or the area of life that you had in mind, or otherwise it's whatever the universe would like you to know. This is regarding one area. That is soon changing. You do have that layout that we often see, the format or the layout that we often see here when we do tea leaf readings. And you do have that one main event or situation that is being shown here in your leaves that is approaching. There's a small, so I'm just going to dab a little bit more. There is a small amount of time between now and this main event taking place, but it's pretty much happening imminently. It's actually very interesting because I'll just do it really quickly here. You have two opportunities that are being contemplated. So two opportunities that are being thought about, two new beginnings, two something, two new of something, two ideas that are being thought about very, very soon. They appear to not be related at all. And I would say they are indirectly related. It's like they're happening at around the same time, happening at exactly the same time, both of the same level, basically of importance. One is a little bit more, maybe more clearly defined, more details, maybe a bit more solid, something to that effect. And there's also a Cancerian connection that is related to that other more defined one, the more clear of the two, but they are both happening at around the same time. Now, the one that's a bit more clearly defined, that has a Cancerian connection, also has a unique sense of like using your intellect, maybe even it's a new opportunity of some kind, but the Cancerian connection. I'm no astrologer or numerologist, but the qualities of that sign and or the qualities and or characteristics and or someone who is that sign that's involved in that situation. Forward movement, yeah, again, strategy, strategic, that word is a bit hard for me to say, that being very decisive, analytical, thinking what you're doing and how you go about doing it. Unconventional stability related to this, as well as likely a document or paperwork of some kind, person, place, or thing, like likely a person with the letter F involved. There's some kind of abundance and prosperity that's related to that. Now, this could even be potentially the family, something to do with the home and or family, something to that effect. Now, it may also have literally a connection or significance regarding house and or home, which makes sense with the Cancerian connection. So there's something along those lines. The other smaller event or situation also has this abundance and prosperity regarding a document of some kind. And again, it's using your thinking. It's analytical thinking differently, thinking uniquely, using like strategic thinking. But again, that also has like another document. So there's like these documents, paperwork somehow are involved in these situations. The second one that I was just mentioning, though, somehow that involves a small conclusion. So when that event, that new idea is concludes or is concluded, that's when a new opportunity is presented, but that actually new opportunity is also related to a conclusion. Nothing huge, but that's what I'm saying. It actually looks like you're crying happy tears. So that looks like a good scenario. But again, we have that Cancerian connection and it's you receiving good things. Now, the one that is the more defined of the two that actually helps these two events help to form this whole event or scenario that's being presented here. Now, the one that's a bit more clear than the other that actually has more weight or more significance or more importance as this main event or situation unfolds. But just a reminder that we all know this, but nice to hear it sometimes too, that you do have divine help in regards to the situation. All you need to do is ask, but I know I'm preaching to the choir there. But this does help to create a lovely abundance and prosperity for you as well. And yes, a conclusion, but it's also really like a really good one. And like there's a lot of goodness with that, positivity, and also a new beginning as well. So that seems to be a theme that continues on for you there. So just to wrap up a little bit, as that whole event or situation concludes, you have this whole third event or scenario that does sort of encompass or connects the two. It's almost like a third event that arises that is related to the main event as that event or situation almost concludes. And then that's actually quite busy. There's a lot of thoughts and ideas. Knowing where you standing and you don't at the same time. Then we're looking into the base, and that's where you have a beautiful balance of calm and clear and quiet, and also a lot of things happening quickly with a big surprise that does involve forward thinking and wisdom, and that's the best that I can say. So I hope that was helpful for you. How's your hand? Did you get some writers? How's your hand? Is your hand cramping? I hope it made it through it. Okay, that was a lot of stuff there. Hope it made it through with your hand there. Did you get all the notes that you needed, Linda? Just catching up here on the chat. Okay, that's Linda. putting your cup over here so I know who it belongs to. Oh, thanks so much, Dragonfly. See. Oh, Nicole, you're here. Thanks so much. Our other mod here, we have 3 mods here, official mods. We have Dragonfly and Nicole's here too. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for being here. Oh, hang on. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, there we go. I have to listen to again. I would need to listen to that again because I have no idea what I just said. That was a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much all for being here. Okay, so Dragonfly, you are up next. So I always have, I don't know about you, I enjoy this. I find this fun. I like going live. I like interacting with you. It's the best thing that we can do until we're able to like teleport or whatever and go hang out at the same time in the same room. This is fun. So I hope that you're enjoying your evening so far. Okay, so up next, Dragonfly. And just need to make a little post-it note for you, Charlotte, so I have your name written down as well. Let me just grab a pen over here. Whoops. So when I get to your reading, Charlotte, I will know which mug belongs to you. Can't wait to, so we can all hang. I cannot wait until we can all hang out in the same room like one day. I think it'd be so much fun. Okay. Okay, that's good. Dragonfly, you're up. I keep looking up in the right-hand corner. That's where I'm used to seeing my camera on my old phone. It's in the other room, but if I showed you a picture, you'd start laughing and the whole back is totally like smashed. I don't know. Oh, yay, that's amazing. Just getting your cup ready right now, Dragonfly. Your cups and plates here sorted out. Move them away. There, perfect. And yes, I am drinking tea. Nicole, I'm drinking tea. I'm sure you all know I do tea leaf reading. I always say God has a sense of humor. I do tea leaf reading and I don't like tea very much. I feel so guilty in a way for saying that, but I don't. But I'm drinking rooibos. I really do like that one. I love coffee. Okay. And I can do coffee readings. I actually had a couple of those before many years ago. I loved them. That was like my first like foray or introduction to cup reading of any kind. Because like there's like 3 root words. There's 3 words basically for tea leaf reading. It's tasseography, tasseomancy, and tasseology. And they all essentially are from the French root word for my research, meaning tasse, which is like cup. This is all cup reading, but usually refers to tea leaf reading, although again, you can use many different kinds of materials, such as coffee as well. Yes, yes, Nicole, yes. I actually really like that. I like that tea. Yes, I left the tea bag in. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, Dragonfly, this reading is for you. Just going to make a little bit of background noise here as I push the leaves into the base. Sorry for the background noise here. How is everyone doing? How is the beginning of this year treating you so far now that we are, essentially 5 days in to this new year? How's it going for you? It's been going well for me. Very busy, but it's going very well. I'm excited though. I'm very excited for this year. Just feels like it has like really good energy. It feels really positive. We did that reading for the entire year, and that was on Monday. So if you would like to watch that is posted on my videos. It's under the live tab, I think, there too. You can watch that video. But I never read on current events. My focus is always on, let's work on ourselves and see what, let's focus more on ourselves and how can we move forward the best that we can. All I want to do today is eat. Weird. I can, okay, so honestly, that it's not specific to today, Linda, but I know for myself, I'm just trying the computer around here. Very interesting that you say that, because the past few days I've actually been craving carbs. For, I have no idea where the camera is. I keep thinking it's in the other spot. I've been craving a lot of carbs lately, which I know carbs are very grounding as well. So sometimes, like if I've done, like I'm also Reiki certified Usui Reiki master teacher. So I do Reiki. I'm qualified to teach it should I wish to. I don't as of yet anyway, but I can if I felt so guided to. But I know, like in the past, whenever I've done too many readings, for example, or if I've done like too much, and it's almost like if I've done like too much energy work, I get like this weird feeling. It's almost like it's like a sicky stomach, sick to my stomach feeling. So whenever that's always happened, I always just have carbs, a piece of toast or bread or pasta or something to that effect. And that usually makes me feel better. So I'm very curious that you say that, Linda, because I've been feeling similar myself. I had a blueberry bagel this morning, or half of one anyway. Craving some carbs and rice tonight. Just checking the consistency. The leaves, dragonfly, 1 second. Sorry for the delay there. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. 1, 2, 3. It's quite cold where I am. So I was out a few times today. So if I look like I have a bit of windburn, I apologize. That's the reason why. It's quite cold, quite windy too. Fairly windy. Quickly going to just let the liquid strain out of the cup. In case you're wondering what I'm doing at this point, why I'm like dabbing a cup, it's because I like to allow the excess liquid tea just to drip out of the cup naturally. And that prevents that prevents any excess liquid from skewing any images in the base of the cup. To me, it's fine if that happens. I just like to prevent that from happening if possible. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay. Okay, so dragonfly. It looks as though there's similar to as with Linda, there's one main event or situation that I'm seeing right now that for the most part happening right now, where things are calm and clear and quiet, and or you want things to get moving. And also there's a smaller, again, all disclaimers aside, entertainment purposes only. And there's also a much smaller event as well taking place at the same time happening right now, where that is also the case, calm and clear and quiet, and or you want things to get moving. So in other words, like you have like this one major event or situation taking place as well as a much smaller one, but is significant in and of itself. I would say like gold and a solid bronze in terms of importance and significance that you have. You also have this one main event or situation, that layout that we do often see. Pardon me. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just my body adjusting to energy. Sometimes I start yawning whenever I do readings. Okay, so you have this main event or situation. There's a small amount of time between now and this main event taking place. Whenever there's people having readings at the same time, most often there's commonalities. Here's another commonality. So you also have this secondary, not really a secondary, I shouldn't say secondary, but you have two parts of this main event or situation. You have one and then you have another one. You have one that's a bit smaller, bit less significant, and one that's a little bit more significant, very similar to Linda's reading. Except with yours, the smaller event happens first, and then the secondary, or the less significant one, or the more significant one, sorry, happens shortly thereafter. Just when that first one concludes, the second one starts. But they are both part of this main event or situation. Overall, there's a lot of, in regards to this main event or situation and going forward, overall, five different parts or has five different parts or five different aspects overall that are involved in this whole event. You do have the ability, from what I'm seeing in here, to pace yourself very nicely within the event itself. It's like, okay, something happens, clear space, while quiet time, while other things are taking place, and while those things are taking place, you do have quiet time, and then when that concludes, there's around the same time that is that kind of scenario. Nice balance of busy, quiet, busy, quiet, busy, quiet. I'm jumping ahead, but there's either a letter A, H, or K. Letters A, H, or K that are involved in some way, shape, or form, person, place, or thing in this main event or situation, specifically later on. The shorter, smaller event that's taking place first, somehow this has to do with positive movement forward, maybe even like receiving a surprise gift in some way, shape, or form, as well as a paperwork, writing in some ways being shown. The larger event, the slightly larger event, has unconventional stability, as well as, again, writing in some way, shape, or form, whether that's like documents, paperwork, education, something to that effect. I venture to say that there's actually two parts to it, like two pieces of two different documents. Okay, as we go further down. It does help to create a nice conclusion, a fairly significant conclusion, but it's all very, very positive. It's really good from what I'm seeing. You also have a letter F, person, place, or thing, that's being shown in here, a version of the letter F. That is also in relation to someone specifically. Can't tell if that's a male or a female. I would venture to say it's actually a female. And this could be you or someone else. And somehow it's, and again, we have this house. You may be thinking of moving. There may be a house connection, house relation in some way, shape, or form. Thinking of moving, a property connection in some way, shape, or form that involves writing. So I would say, like, if you're thinking of moving or changing property, like you're signing documents to do it, something to that effect. Now, going on and wrapping this up. So again, you have a lot more movement taking place. I don't know where I'm looking. A lot more movement taking place as the situation goes into the more distant future. In other words, there's a lot more things happening before that. Things are more up in the air a little bit, and then all of a sudden, everything is sort of happening all at once. But it is very positive. There's two parts somehow that lead to create this new opportunity for you, and that leads into the base, which is incredibly busy. Wow, but you're receiving something very positive in the more distant future. Something very good. Big happy faces, reassurance, abundance and prosperity, forward movement, not being held back, reassurance. Wow. Wow. Okay. I never see two cups the same. That looks very interesting to me. That looks very, very interesting. So it looks like you're fine. It looks like there's a lot of quietness for the most part happening in the shorter term. But once you it's hard to tell with timing. I'm not really seeing an indication of timing right now. But as this event or situation begins to conclude, that's when everything really becomes more busy and more active. More things happening, taking place, and that's when that leads into the more distant future. In the base of the cup, looks like you're gonna be very busy. Yay! So hopefully that was helpful for you. Okay, just catching up in the chat here. So Dragonfly, I hope that was helpful. It's a lot in there. It's a lot. So I will definitely send you pictures of your tea leaves. If I don't get, that's all I will take the pictures tonight. If I don't get them over to you tonight, I'll get them over to you tomorrow. I promise. Okay, how's everyone doing? Is everyone hanging in there okay? Okay, so Charlotte, you are up next. Yay. Okay, let's get your tea leaves ready. Yes, yay, here you go. Okay, so let's get your tea leaves ready. It's always fun, exciting. I've already said all my prayers before ahead of time. I always say a whole slew of prayers to the universe, to the divine, to God. Oh, thank you so much, Charlotte. My husband Brad is watching. Oh, well, hey, Brad, thanks so much for watching. That's really sweet of you to be hanging out here with us tonight. With all of the other ladies here, Brad, you're the only guy, I think, in the chat anyway, as far as I know. So thanks so much for joining us. That's amazing. Yes, I agree, Linda. That's really nice. That's awesome. Well, thanks, Brad. I hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading. It's for Charlotte, but, I hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading and find it helpful. Okay, let's get your leaves ready, Charlotte. If someone had told me 14 years ago that one day we would all be here tonight doing a YouTube video, I would be like alive. I'd be like, yeah, right. Aw, thanks so much, Charlotte. I never had any conscious plans of ever doing a tea leaf reading. Sorry for the background noise. I'm just pushing the leaves down back in the cup. Can't really do it very quietly. But God had different plans. Okay. I'm just going to strain some of your leaves out of the cup. I know it looks very strange. I like to use Kleenex or serviettes or whatever. I know it looks very strange, but it allows me to, sometimes, depending on the cup, allows me to get a very nice, nice accurate amount strained out, like a good consistency of both the leaves and the liquid. Too much of one, not enough of the other. They all fall in, or they all fall out, or they all stay in. So. I agree. The world is more accepting to dilemmas. Yes, I agree, Charlotte. I 100% agree. 100% agree. I 100% agree. It's like, many years ago, Reiki was never really a thing. It was sort of like on the, like energy healing was like on the outlier now. And now it's, especially if I'm Reiki, especially, for example, a bit more accepted, much more accepted. When I'm saying a bit more, it's much more accepted. I'm just checking the consistency of your leaves. Pretty good. Yay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll flip this over. I found years ago, I was doing many years ago for about almost 5.5 years, good 5 years. I was offering group tea leaf readings at a location. It was a whole big thing. Anyway, it was really fun. And one time when I was there, oh, hang on, one time when I lost my train of thought for a second. One time when I was there, I would be, near the beginning, near like the time when I first began offering readings there, so Heritage Art Center, I began telling people, oh, this is how I prepare the leaves for this is how I get the cup ready. And I would get like blank looks after the first 10 seconds. So after that, I very quickly learned, don't bother saying how I get it ready ahead of time. It just sounds way more complicated than it is. So you're just sort of seeing me get the cup ready. So like walking us ourselves through the process as we do it. It sounds a lot more complicated. I find tea leaf reading, generally speaking, I have heard a few other people. I have heard this said from other people as well. It's very complicated, and it's also very simple, and I totally agree. what are we doing? We're looking at tea leaves, but there's a lot of detail that I find that it's very much involved in this. Like even just getting the cup ready, there's a lot of detail. Different people do it different ways. I think that's amazing. Different traditions read tea leaves differently. I think that's great. I just do it the way that I do it. Okay. Oh, hang on. It's fine. I noticed about 3 or 4 large drops of liquid tea in the base. I just really want to gently absorb those before I read. So case in point, you can see how much time it takes me to get a cup ready sometimes. I'm just being very detailed here, but I like it to be. Do it right here. There we go. Perfect. Watch. I didn't even try and take notes. I'm going to have to watch again. Sounds like I'm going to be, oh yes. Oh, Dragonfly, from what I'm seeing, yes, you will be very busy for sure. From what I'm seeing, you know, all disclaimers aside, entertainment purposes only, looks like you're going to be for quite a busy time. But thank you so much for being here. Okay, everyone, I'm turning my laptop around. I won't be seeing any of your beautiful messages. This allows me to focus on the reading. Okay, let's go. Oh, and Charlotte, and Brad, if you'd like me to send you, I did it right. I looked in the middle. My new phone here. If you'd like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, please let me know. You can just send me a quick email. Actually, my mods, may you please just quickly put my email in the chat. Maybe put that in there for me. It's sarah@sarah-adamson.com. I also have, it forwards to my Hotmail. It's just easier to say it that way rather than the other one, my Hotmail. But if you could send, put that into the chat, that please, that'd be most appreciated. So Charlotte, if you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaves, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to email them over to you. I like to do that, just think I like to offer that just so that you can see what I'm looking at. That's all. Okay, let's go. What time are we at? 42. Perfect. Okay, let's go. I go quiet sometimes. It's when I'm really like focusing. One. Two. Basically 1, 2. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so essentially it's a bit of a trick one for me. So essentially, from what I'm seeing here, you have 3 main events or situations taking place right now. And again, it's now on the way in later. That's why I myself read. So 3 main events or situations taking place right now where things are calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. From what I'm seeing in here, you essentially have gold, silver, and bronze. That's how I use, that's a metaphor that I use to describe the importance or significance of events or situations taking place right now. So you have 1 main one smaller one, and 1 smaller one than that. Or you very soon will. So it looks like right now you have a gold and a silver. The smaller one, the smallest of the 3, the bronze one, looks like it's just taking place right now. Like it's just starting right now. So if it isn't fully happened yet, it is like imminently, like actively happening, like right now. Like it's almost here. Okay. That's interesting. Oops. Just tipped over my laptop. Okay. So that event, there's an event that's taking place that is going to be forming, from what I'm seeing, disclaimers and stuff in place, that's going to be changing the larger scenario into that smaller third one, creating that third smaller event. Somehow this has to do with, I would say, paperwork, documents of some kind, involves writing. So whether that is like a document or education, something to that effect. I'm just really looking into your cup for the first time. Wow. Wow. Okay. Busy. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me just look at this for a second. So the event that's taking place like imminently, that's going to be creating that third event. This is related to some kind of new opportunity that's being contemplated. It's very much a short-term scenario, but it's present. It's on the way. It's imminent. From what I'm seeing, it's imminent. There's actually two scenarios. There's two short-term events taking place very soon, like imminently, both happening at around the same time. Both have an element of a new idea, new opportunity that's being contemplated, something along those lines. They are related by two different aspects, two different situations, two different, whatever word you want to put in there into the blank. Two different scenarios, two different things taking place. One of them does involve messages, communication arriving that's either fast-paced, or you receive a message about something fast-paced, something to that effect. Likely involves paperwork in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Aside from all of that, oh my gosh, and that is fairly short term. I'll get to that in a second. You do have a main event or situation that is being shown in here, but you actually, I would say, have two of them. One is far more significant than the second one. The second one, the smaller of the two, the less significant of the two, is related to that event that I just mentioned that is like happening imminently. The larger of the two has more ideas, thoughts, things are a little bit more up in the air. There's more conversations, thoughts, words, discussions, things are more up in the air. Things have not been completely founded as yet, like not as concrete. But there's a lot of things happening, and it's very positive. I mean, I would say like there's writing involved in some way, shape, or form. Again, you have this other smaller scenario involving a new opportunity that's taking place imminently in this larger scenario that has a Cancerian connection involved as well. It's a very good scenario. There's a happy face, unconventional stability, a new opportunity. A small reminder there for perspective or perception as that whole scenario unfolds. It may involve a house or moving in some way, shape, or form. If so, it's not completely on the way as of yet later on, but it is on the way. It's also helping to create a new opportunity, and that's right after that. That's where it's like, okay, just a small reminder for perspective, perception, glass half full versus glass half empty. There's a smaller scenario later on that involves maybe a scenario where it's that glass half full, glass half empty perception perspective scenario that involves Cancerian, like the sign and the characteristics of the sign or someone who is that sign involved, that connects or relates the two scenarios, the two main events or situations together. Now, the smaller of the two that involves is a very, I would say overall, very happy scenario. There's two people involved specifically, one who's very like wise or academic or very worldly, something to that effect. I can keep reading as I'm talking. There's a letter V that's involved in the letter J. And as that whole scenario unfolds and concludes or goes into the base, that's where we start to see new opportunities taking place, keeping your thoughts very clear and positive, because there's positive changes, taking place after that. Like a small reminder here for like getting things organized, whether that's like purging closets, fridges, paperwork, whatever the case is, something to that effect, getting things sorted out. Additionally, you have two other groupings, two other events or situations taking place much later on, aside from the main event, two main events. One of them is directly related to the larger of the two main events. So I will say that though. Correction there. In the base, everything is leading into the base. Very much, very similar to your cup overall in a way. There is definitely some downtime, but it's like everything is just full steam ahead. Very much similar to Dragonfly, what your cup is. Very similar. A lot of things, different things happening. A lot of action, momentum, speed. Very much similar to what I've already seen before. There's a connection there with Aries and Taurus. And again, we have that letter J that's being present as well. I would say just pace yourselves as much as possible and be prepared, because it looks like you're in for a very busy and positive time. Now, if it isn't Taurus or Aries, the characteristics or qualities of that sign or someone who is that sign, then it could very well even be happening at around that time approaching. So like April or May. If that is, it could be happening in a couple months' time. So I'm just saying that in case it makes sense to you, but my goodness, busy. Small reminder there for taking some time out for your own self-care. Okay, that made me work. Charlotte, I hope that, and Brad, I hope that was helpful for you. Wow, that's a busy cup. Okay. I'm going to check the chat again and get myself caught up. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, yes, please. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole and Dragonfly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Perfect. Yeah, those are both of my email addresses. They actually both, the Sarah at sarahadamson.com, that forwards to my Hotmail. So both work. My Hotmail is my Hotmail. Yeah, they're both. Thank you so much for posting that. That's awesome. Lots of link for everyone had a reading. Yes, absolutely, Nicole, for sure. Absolutely, thank you. Okay, Charlotte, let's just read your message here. I have like a little thingy on my screen and I can't always read all the words there. You know, my grand past John. Oh, wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Looks like you're in for quite a busy time, Charlotte. You're trying to move with, sorry, this I can't quite read all the words here. Trying to move. Is it with? Want to farm or move to the ocean. Oh, that would be, well, that's very interesting that you said that. That sounds amazing. Well, it looks like from what I saw, there's a house in there that's on the way. So in the short coming time, it looks like a move is being indicated. I would say move is being indicated. Not quite ready to happen as of now, as of later, but being indicated for sure. Oh dear, yeah, that can totally be referencing your brother for sure. Absolutely. Could also be referencing someone else though too. I never like to say yes 100%, but that's what you feel is right, then that's, you go with what you're guided to. Oh, sound like a lovely, peaceful location. Yes, they do. A farm or the ocean. Both sound lovely. I'm partial to water. I am, which is interesting because given that I'm a fire sign, but I'm partial to water myself. Oh, thank you so much. I'm literally just a messenger, and we all are. I'm just happy that it was helpful for you, Charlotte. That means so much. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Thank you. That's really sweet of you to say. We're all to me, we're all God's messengers, and we're all just all doing our best here. So I really, really appreciate that, and I really hope that the reading was helpful for you. And my gosh, you have a lot. Well, all three of you have a lot on the way. So it looks like it's going to be a busy time for each and every single one of you. So there we go. We did it. We did it. So I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you're watching this now and you're not in the chat, or if you're watching this in a replay and you didn't have a reading and you would like to have a quick reading, these are just like quick 5-minute readings. You can see how much I was, I try to verbalize as fast as I possibly can, speed talk for 5-minute readings, but the minimum I do offer for private readings is 15 minutes, $25. So if you like to have a longer reading, you can kind of see how much I can say within 5 minutes. So, but again, if you like to have a reading, please let me know. No problem, no rush, no nothing. If you'd like to have one, great. If you don't, that's fine. But if you'd like to hop on next Thursday as well, you're most welcome to. And I'm going to be offering this again for the foreseeable future. So 3 5-minute tea leaf readings, and that is next Thursday. So again, if you'd like to have a reading and you weren't able to have one tonight, then you're most welcome to hop again on here next Thursday, January the 11th, and hope to read for you then as well. So thank you so much again for being here. I really hope that you enjoyed your readings, and I really appreciate you being here. Good night, Linda. Love and light to you as well. Thank you again for being here. Have the most lovely evening or morning, everyone. Yes, for sure. Evening for me. It's evening for me as well, Nicole. Check if I can do Sarah and chat. Family, this was so much fun. Have a great, it moved. Have a great weekend, everyone. Yes, thank you so much, Dragonfly, and thank you to Nicole and to Dragonfly, my beautiful moderators here tonight, keeping everything running smoothly and keeping the chat nice and happy. So thank you again for taking care of business, ladies. You mean so much. Every single one of you do, and you ladies keep everything going for me while I'm able to. You allow me to do this. So thank you. I couldn't do it without my beautiful mods. So thank you so much for all of your help. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, everyone. Well, let's wrap this up for the evening. Thank you so much. I'm going to be posting this probably not tonight because it is later in the night for me. So I will aim to have this posted tomorrow. And if you'd like me to send you your pictures of your tea leaf readings, please just send me a quick email and I'll send them over to you as fast as possible. Post this again on Monday. And then if you're interested in seeing what is in the leaves for next week to have a general weekly tea leaf reading, we're back on our normal schedule, barring any migraines that I may be experiencing from this beautiful cloudy, snowy weather that I've been having here. We're going to be back here on Monday evening, January the 8th, and that's at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be doing a general weekly tea leaf reading then. So thank you so much, Charlotte and Brad. Yes, Nicole, for sure. Oh, I missed a message. Good night all. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Charlotte. And thank you, Brad. Thanks for being here. Hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading. Brad, good night. Brad said thank you. Oh, well, thank you, Brad. You're so sweet and so kind. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Hope it was helpful. Night, everyone. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And here's to a continued success for 2024 or whatever year it is, according to which calendar we're using. So have a great rest of your evening. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. And let's continue to make 2024 the best year yet. I love you, each and every single one of you. Bye, and we'll see you on Monday night. Love you. Now, how do I end the stream? It's on my new phone. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. Nighty night. Love you.